people are seeing what's happening in the United Kingdom and seeing the mess that our country's
Yes.
in and thinking, if that's the party that they support, maybe we need to double think because we don't want this mass immigration. We don't want these riots in our streets and lack of integration and the mess that everyone and free speech being cancelled and people being sent to prison for tweets and Facebook posts. And we've seen the collusion as well between the Democrats and the Labour Party. We've seen the leaked messages saying that they want to get Elon Musk's Twitter cancelled, and they'll even work with the European Union to do so. Like the collusion that we have between these commies, they're all in cahoots with each other. It's wicked and it needs to be stopped. It's
Yep.
undemocratic.
Breaking right now, Nigel Farage has weighed into Donald Trump's claim that the far left Labour Party, including our Prime Minister in Britain, Keir Starmer, are engaging in electoral interference by sending scores of workers to the US to campaign for Kamala Harris. Here's what Farage had to say about it in the past hour.
Well, the rules are very clear. Foreign nationals can go to America, campaign, speak, give opinions. That's all within the rules, but not if they're being provided money to do it. They have to do it off their own bat.
How does this differ from what you've discussed?
I wasn't part of a British government when I went. I didn't go on behalf of a political party. I went as an individual in the wake of Brexit. And when I actually spoke in 2016 on the stage, I said to the audience in Mississippi, I'm here, but I can't tell you who to vote for. America is our most important ally in terms of strategic intelligence, in terms of military cooperation, in terms of being the backbone of NATO, and is our biggest single trading partner in the world. This is a politically very, very stupid thing to have done.
And Father Robinson, Keir Starmer, slippery Starmer, two-tier Keir, he's completely wrong, by the way, to just dismiss this, because look at this reporting from the Daily Telegraph. Labour activists campaigning for Kamala Harris in the US likely to break electoral law. They report that party staff have organised a trip for around 100 activists to campaign in North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Nevada, and Virginia, all swing states. However, the Telegraph understands that current and former Labour employees who make the trip are at risk of criminal prosecution and fines under strict rules to prevent foreign interference in elections. Under federal electoral law, foreign citizens can campaign in the US providing they are not paid and have no influence on decision-making by party operatives. Elon Musk said that the plans were illegal. Marjorie Taylor Greene said, please go back to the UK and fix your own mass immigration problems that are ruining your country. Amen. Sebastian Gorka said it was bloody outrageous. And Tom Cotton, a Republican senator, said that campaigning for Harris was yet another reason to vote for President Trump. But this is serious. And Calvin, the most extraordinary thing about this is that when Trump wins this election, guess who's just destroyed the relationship, Keir Starmer, because of your petty, pathetic point scoring?
They don't care. Commies are all in it together. All that the Labour Party cares about is getting Kamala Harris and the Democrats back into power in the United States, because then they'll have communism on both sides of the pond, and that's what they really want. They don't care about relations between our countries. They don't care about who the next president is if it's not going to be Kamala, and that's why they don't care about breaking these electoral rules. If this was Donald Trump and he had foreign parties from another country, say for example Russia, going in to America to campaign, there'd be hell to play. This is foreign electoral interference from our side, from Great Britain. We have party activists from the party of government going out there explicitly saying they're going to support the Democrat Party. And we've seen that they've said, and I checked this on her on the party organizer's LinkedIn page, that she'd posted, housing will be provided. How will it be provided? Who's going to pay for it? Hopefully not the UK taxpayer, but it doesn't really matter. If someone else is funding it, then these are not individuals going out on their own accord. These are people going out as party activists for the Labour Party, which is the party of government that is foreign electoral interference. And I hope they get heavy fines and they get charged, and I hope they get arrested for it and something happens, because it's downright illegal.
And isn't Marjorie Taylor Greene completely right? Who on earth would want to be taking advice from the UK Labour Party that's just said, let's just open our borders up, all come in, Let's just continue the invasion. I mean, Americans are not that stupid, are they? Look at this.
No, that's the funniest thing about it, isn't it? Though, if you get a Labour Party activist knocking on your door in the United States trying to tell you who to vote for in a US election, you're going to tell them where to go, and they're going to get laughed off the porch. If at the very least, they may see a shotgun or two in their faces. It's absolutely ridiculous that British people from the Labour commie government think they can come over here and tell Americans what to do. What? They don't know what they're up against. It's actually funny, but of course, people are seeing what's happening in the United Kingdom and seeing the mess that our country's in and thinking, if that's the party that they support, maybe we need to double think, because we don't want this mass immigration. We don't want these riots in our streets and lack of integration and the mess that everyone, and free speech being cancelled and people being sent to prison for tweets and Facebook posts. And we've seen the collusion as well between the Democrats and the Labour Party. We've seen the leaked messages saying that they want to get Elon Musk's Twitter cancelled, and they'll even work with the European Union to do so. Like, the collusion that we have between these commies, they're all in cahoots with each other. It's wicked and it needs to be stopped. It's undemocratic.
We are a lesson at the moment. The UK is a lesson to Americans in the danger of unleashing a far left leader. And look, don't get me wrong, Biden was a dementia-plagued, doddery old fool who didn't know what the hell he was doing. But he wasn't on the far left of the party like Kamala Harris is. Do you know what I found particularly disgraceful, though, Calvin? This is a really serious issue. You've got the future president of the United States saying that the UK is engaging in electoral interference. Guess what? In the British House of Commons today during PMQs, and let me just explain, Keir Starmer's on his way to Samoa, so it was Angela Rayner who was in charge. Can you believe Angela Rayner's running the country? I mean, good God, we're finished. But when Stephen Flynn, the leader of the SNP, raised this issue, it was all just treated as one big joke. Watch this. But first, best time of year, isn't it? Football is back. Premier League in the UK, NFL Sundays in the US, college football Saturdays. With that comes the glorious grind of fantasy football lineups where your inner manager comes alive. But listen, while you're over here making sure your fantasy team is dialed in, don't let your personal grooming become the guy that gets left on the bench. My advice to you is that nobody wants to fumble their grooming routine. So, if you're a bloke, you need this, I promise you. And if you're a wife or a girlfriend or a mum, this is the perfect present for the man in your life. Manscaped's Performance Package 5.0 Ultra. I love it. It's an all-in-one grooming playbook, from keeping things sharp down below with the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra to taking care of those rogue-era nose hairs with the Weed Whacker 2.0. These products will help you feel clean, confident, and ready to dominate your fantasy league. So, the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra Groin and Body Hair Trimmer is your franchise player of your grooming roster with precise trimming capabilities. It's reliable, efficient, and gets the job done without fumbling. Whether it's for date night, a weekend tailgate, or just everyday grooming, this is the tool you want on your squad. Now, no one wants a surprise nose or hair making a guest appearance on game day or date night. So the Weed Whacker 2.0 handles those details like a pro, keeping you neat and ready to go. No missed tackles in your grooming game. The Performance Package 5.0 doesn't stop at grooming essentials, though. It comes with 2 free gifts, which is really exciting. There they are. The Boxers 2.0 Midnight Bravo and the Shed 2.0 Toiletry Bag. Premium gear to ensure you're always ready for action, whether at home or on the road. So join the 10 million men worldwide. I'm one of them who trust Manscaped, and get ready for kickoff by heading over to manscaped.com. All you need to do is, when you check out, just enter the coupon code Outspoken at checkout. You will get 20% off your entire order and free shipping. Trust me, you'll be drafting the real MVP of grooming this season. So 20% off and free shipping. You just need to use the coupon code Outspoken at www.manscaped.com. Stay on top of your grooming game. Be ready for anything the season throws your way.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. In today's spirit of cross-party working, will the Deputy Prime Minister join me in applauding the brave Labour staff members who've travelled across the Atlantic to campaign against Donald Trump?
Mr. Speaker, I'm loving this loving. I don't often get it.
What I say to the honourable gentleman is that people in their own time often go and campaign, and that's what we've seen. It happens in all political parties. People go and campaign and they do what they want to do in their own time with their own money.
I mean, so much to pick apart there, Calvin. But firstly, aren't they just all in it together? Aren't they just disgusting human beings?
It's despicable, isn't it? How they're laughing at our expense and they're laughing at the undermining of democracy. They don't seem to care because they are all in it together, but they're all in power now. The commies have the power and they know there's nothing we can do about it in the United Kingdom. And they're hoping that America gets into the same mess that we're in. And I hope that they don't.
Indeed. And Calvin, you mentioned Elon Musk. I think it's incredibly important to talk about the other story that the mainstream media have shamelessly ignored over the past few days. Personally, I think it should have been leading the news. You have the richest, most successful entrepreneur in the world, a guy who has made his mission to protect free speech. Now, whether you love him or hate him, you know I love him, but this guy matters. This guy is important. Saying, Calvin, that he will not step foot in the United Kingdom because he is so terrified that Keir Starmer's goons will do offence archaeology on his previous posts on X and lock him up. And he's serious. He will not come to the UK because he's scared of ending up in jail.
Why would anyone with sense of decency and common sense want to step foot in the UK ever again? It's a country that does not respect free speech, doesn't even respect free thought anymore. We've got people being arrested for thought crimes at this point in time. And someone who has such a prominence as Elon Musk, who's fighting the good fight for free speech, of course they're going to do everything they can to arrest him. They have outright said they want to cancel his business. Now, no government has any right to cancel a foreign business. The United Kingdom wants to collude with the European Union to shut down, as they call it, Elon Musk's Twitter. That is against democracy, it's against free business, free enterprise, it's against free speech. But none of these things, they don't care about any of these things. They just want their own opinion, their own approved narrative out there. They don't want any dissenting voices. And X provides that dissenting voice. It's the only platform we have that provides free speech. So they want to shut it down and they want to shut him down. And they're willing to take him down to do it. I think he's very wise never to step foot in the United Kingdom again, at least not until we get a conservative government. Yeah. And I mean small c conservative, not big C.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I know. It's just a shocking state of affairs. But breaking...
Well, they didn't invite him over, did they? They had all the business leaders, the big multimillionaires and billionaires, and trying to solve the industry. They didn't invite the richest, most powerful businessmen in the world because they don't like him, because he's not left-wing. It's an insane way to run
and also because he called Starmer out. And Starmer has the most pathetic thin skin. I mean, thank God for Elon Musk. But this is really scary. I mean, you can see they've wanted to take out Trump. Elon Musk is now incredibly concerned about the fact that they also want to take him out. We need these two men. They're incredibly important for the future of the Western world. Thank you so much for watching Dan Wootton Outspoken. Please click on my face just to the bottom left to subscribe to this brand new independent news source and turn on the notification bell so you'll be alerted to our brand new live shows, uncancelled interviews, and special royal episodes. Outspoken is also now available as a podcast, so you can listen to the show every weekday on the go, wherever you are.